SynthFest 2025. I'm here on the booth of Pylobolus with Lionel. How are you?
Mais ça va. I'm okay.
We have a story from last year. I think I made last year something a secret synth where
Yeah.
we only played the keys.
Yeah, actually, what I'm doing every year, I'm coming to the SynthFest and showing one prototype. And
So Mr. Prototype.
you missed a prototype. That's right. And last year, to be frank, I was not very proud of this prototype. and therefore I didn't want you to make anything but on this one. It was very new. It was all the concepts were very were not completed, and therefore the sound were not completed. All the hardware was strictly the same, but I needed to have much more work on the software to get to something which was usable.
Are these prototypes often completely different things, or are just new versions of things you are working on?
The hardware, one piece of the hardware, the sound generation is unchanged, but I added an UI, specifically tactile screen, which allows to have a direct access of every settings of the synth, and simultaneously a web interface on any computer with which you can set and register any settings and retrieve them.
But you are already pretty. You have a long, let's say, a long run in the synthesizer business. So you did for a known company already something.
Yes, some 40 or 45 years ago, I contributed to the COBOL project, and I designed the memory card of the COBOL, as well as the keyboard part of the COBOL. And afterward, I had to make some money, and obviously it was not possible with the synthesizers. And I went to work in IT for 40 years, and I had a lot of ideas in my head, and I wanted to concretize, and now it's time.
And now you are working on a new project called Alkollol.
Absolutely.
Not too much alcohol.
You can believe that alcohol is just a question of addiction.
Yeah. Like synthesizers.
Yes, exactly. And the real reason for that, for this name, alcohol, is a French joke, actually. Okay. I don't know how it will translate, but the fact is this synthesizer is a native stereo synthesizer. That means that for each voice, you have two different synthesizers. One on the left, one on the right. That means that one voice is double.
Okay.
And in French, we can say voix double. Et quand on voix double,
yeah, double view.
It's because we drink.
Okay.
Okay. And this is why it's named Alkollol.
Okay. And what you have brought us today is, it's again a prototype.
It's still a prototype.
And it will probably not look like this in the future, in a product maybe.
I think it's very. We are reaching the productization. I don't think there will be a lot of changes, only a lot of optimizations. But I think for being the product, there's still work to do, but we are very near to the final product.
And this is alcohol, so it's. And how many percent it has?
How many
How many percent pourcent
oui,
pourcent alcohol? Say
how,
100% alcohol.
95.
95. So it's a 9 times 2 voices. This
Absolutely.
is an interesting twist. For normally you have 8 voices or 16
Yes.
voices.
Yes, actually, since it's full stereo, you have in this synthesizer 18 voices. And these 18 voices are splitted into 9 because you have one synthesizer on the left and one synthesizer on the right. And the two synthesizers are playing the same sound, but the modulations in between the synthesizer are dephased, and we can control the phase of the two sides, which makes modulations, native stereo modulations that can't be reproduced with later stage
Okay.
effects.
Okay, maybe let's dive a bit into the alcohol.
Okay.
And
Let's see.
what engine you have packed in? So can you show us a bit the menu, the system, or what? So these are how many oscillators of what kind of filters and so on?
We have 4 different oscillators per voice. 3 oscillators, A, B, C, are normal, like I would say normal oscillators, which means that you have regular.
How would you describe it? Is it virtual analog or is it?
No, it's full digital.
No, it's virtual analog, virtual analog.
Virtual analog, you can say that, but and you have this is very obvious. You know, you have 3 oscillators like this, and there is a specific oscillator whose name is VOSIM for voice simulation, and this VOSIM is a double VOSIM.
Okay.
That means that you have a VOSIM, a first one and a second one, which have different parameters, and you can modulate these parameters and morph from one to the other.
Okay.
And again, these parameters can be replicated exactly on the screen of the computer in real time. You know. As for the filters, we have a ladder type filter, where just to emulate move things, and 12, 24 dB multimode filter, a noise filter, noise plus filter, which is added. We have some envelopes. We have 3 envelopes. 2 of them are totally assignable, and the third one is dedicated to the VCA.
Okay. Are you also planning then in a commercial version this color coding with the knobs or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All the color. Each color means something very specific.
Okay.
For instance, each envelope has its own color.
Okay.
So when you want to give some modulation to the envelope, then you see the color of the controls, which I blew in this case. But when you want, for instance, to modulate from LFO2 or LFO, which is green, and then it comes to the other, you know, LFO1, LFO2. Each one has a single color. So this is why it's I think it simplifies the approach.
And the unique thing is that you can, for example, the LFO, that you can phase of it, that you can change it on the left side and on the right side with the modulation.
This is something that you can do here. You can control the phase of the what modulation you send to the left and what modulation you send to the right synthesizer. And this is a way to control the phase of it.
And then you get a unique sound on the left side, on the right side. So.
It's not a unique sound. It's just a modulation of the sound, which is the phase from left to right.
To achieve this sound you wanted, that it has with that you have on the left side 9 voices, on the right 9 voices.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And there's plans for a sequencer or something like this, or it's just
for the moment there's only an arpeggiator. It would not be very difficult to convert this for a sequencer. It's more a question of UI than the technical something.
And it must be said, the UI is now a bit lagging because it's a prototype.
Yes, absolutely.
And the case is also not finished. It's not yet sure in what casing it will come or how it looks like.
This is something that I'm working on that thing to speed up the display, because it's for the moment I understand it's not usable as is.
Can we also hear it?
No.
Some patches?
Definitely not. One of the things I can show you is the VOSIM capability of simulating the voice, the human voice. And let me check. This patch is named AIA. I think you will understand why. Have some if I go a little further,
Yes, this vocoder is.
The VOSIM initially was designed to emulate the human voice, and this is why it's. But when you can, if you can emulate the human voice, you can also emulate and simulate real instruments. And for instance, I can show you someone. For instance, something like violins. In this case, you have one part which is dedicated to the pizzicato, and the other part, which I'm playing, is the violin itself.
Okay.
It's a multi-part. It's fully multi-part.
Can we get some more sounds from you, from the synth?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. I forgot to simulate the dogs, but I will do that for the next time. Um, let's check some. But we can also simulate existing synthesizers, and such as. One of the things which can be also done with the synthesizer is use of MPE.
Okay.
And I have some sound that I would like to show you with MPE.
So it has native support for MP.
Yes, absolutely. Here I just use the slide capability to change the sound from flute to human. I want, yeah, I'm taking the risk of playing violin, but it's very difficult to have something clearly tuned. But I take this risk.
Okay. So you can now talk about prices, availability,
No.
because it's far, it's still a bit away.
It's too early to talk about price.
But it has a very delicate sound. I say it's not the most fatness, it's not the fattest sound, but it's a very delicate sound.
We have two. I think it's actually very versatile. You can have strong sounds. There are fat sounds, fat things. I can emulate any of the Oberheim or whatever other. But you can also, in French, I say, faire dans la dentelle. Yes, very fine, very tiny sounds, delicate
Yeah,
sounds,
delicate, yeah.
and I love actually I love this kind of sound. You can sculpt really with the VOSIM and the other capabilities. We can drive and sculpt the sound that you want.
Okay. So the only thing I can then say, maybe we see it then next year at SynthFest 2026. Maybe a finished version of the Alkollol.
Absolutely, I think it will be finished at this time, and There will be probably as well some little more features that I'm thinking of. It will be included, not a lot, but the right one at the right place.
Okay, thank you, Lionel.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the last hours of SynthFest 2025.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Thank you, and I hope
Thank
to see
you.
you very soon. Bye.